Anthony Harwig here with a Crestview Volleyball player profile. I'm joined by Lainey Hour. Lainey, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Yep.
So one of the things that I want to ask you is this Crestview Volleyball team. They've been dominant for a long time. You just won your fifth straight district championship. You're one of the younger players on the team. What has it been like for you to step into this tradition and to step into this winning culture of Crestview and to be able to hold it up?
It's really amazing being able to just step in, and it's really nice to be a part of the team and like be close with all the older girls, and they have just so much experience, and it's so fun to play with them.
When you first came into high school, was there ever pressure to be on this volleyball team? Like you looked at all the success they've had, and you looked at what the tradition of the Crestview volleyball team had. Was there ever any pressure to step on that floor as a freshman last year?
Yeah, there really was. It always just scared me a little bit, but once I was like really a part of the team, the pressure all went away.
You had a great support system, obviously, with Grace being on the team and your mom being the coach. How much did that help you get rid of that pressure and to realize that like you earned your spot on that team and you belonged on that floor with those players?
They really just talked me through it whenever I was getting upset at myself for not like playing as well as I thought I should have, but I was younger. And yeah, they just really helped me through it by just talking to me and telling me that I belonged.
No matter what class you're in, you are a setter, which means you are a leader on the team. What does that mean to you to be in that kind of role? And what has it been like for you to lead some girls that are, quite frankly, older than you and to get them in the right position?
I never really feel like I'm younger than anybody on the court. I never even think about that. I just think of myself as a leader, and I really do enjoy helping lead the team. Um, since I always have been a setter, I've always been like used to leading kids older than me, especially when I was like younger in like fifth and sixth grade. I was like on a team with like people who were older than me always, and it was never really anything too new.
When we talk about the mentality of a setter, it's a different position. It's probably the most specialized position in volleyball. Not only do you have to know all your hitters, you have to glance at the defense and read where the defense is going to be, positioned on the block. What about setting makes it so fun for you, and what makes you such a successful setter? Do you think?
I just love being a part of every play, and obviously because I have great hitters, I'm getting success. But you really have to work hard on just the off season and just everything about setting, being loud, moving around the court, getting a touch on every ball that you can.
One of the things that comes very quickly if you watch Crestview volleyball is when you're not setting, you're hitting, and you're a very good hitter as well, getting those kills. What's it like switching mindsets from a setter to a hitter on the fly during a game?
Uh, well, you just switch. I don't know. Like at one point you're just setting, and then you immediately just have to think about I'm not setting anymore. I'm hitting, and I am not taking the second ball anymore. When I first started doing that, I just got confused sometimes, but it's a lot better now.
How much do you think having that two position mindset helps you in each role? I mean, like as a setter, you know exactly what it is to be a hitter, and when you're hitting, you know exactly what the mindset the setter is having. So, how much does that help you when you're doing those roles?
Well, when I'm setting it and like my hitters make errors, I understand how that feels. And like when I'm hitting, and I can't expect a perfect set every time because me being a setter myself, I know how hard it is to make it perfect every time.
One of the things that I always get asked is, as someone that covers volleyball, is what is special about Crestview? What is Crestview doing to continuously be successful year in and year out? And I don't really have an answer because I'm not in that practice. I'm not in that locker room. I don't know what makes you guys unique from your perspective. From being on the floor with these girls and being in the locker room, being in the practices, being on the off field chemistry, bonding exercises. What makes Crestview such a unique and special place that you guys are able to continue this bar of success that you've had for the last 5 years?
We are just such a tight knit team. Everybody's super nice to each other, and we all just play really hard together. And if somebody's slacking off, we won't let that happen. We just make sure that everybody's playing as hard as they can all the time. Everybody's just really close.
I love watching Crestview volleyball pregame because you guys are getting into it, whether it be theme nights at home games or playing music on the bench or even getting into the JV game. What is it about the pregame routines for you guys that get you guys ready for the varsity match?
We just love to have fun. We all love volleyball so much, and we love dancing before the games, and it just helps get us like pumped up and ready to go.
I think when people see someone that is as dominant as you guys have been and as successful as you guys have been, they think, okay, they're probably all about business. They show up, they have the straight faces. You guys have fun. You just said it. You're a very loose volleyball team. You play best when you're loose. How do you guys balance being loose, having fun, with also taking care of business, working hard, and making sure you're doing the right things?
We just have to make sure that we're focused and having fun at the same time, because if you're just too focused, then you're not like enjoying it. But if you're just goofing off all the time, you're never going to perform well. It just has to be an even balance between the two.
Has that ever been hard for you to balance? Have you ever caught yourself being maybe a little bit too loose or maybe a little bit too focused and too tight? Have you ever caught yourself in those situations?
Yeah, I have sometimes, mostly in like close games or like not so close games where I'm just like not focused at all. And then when I'm too focused, I just start like, I just get tight and I just don't play as well when I'm too focused or too loose.
In those situations, what routine do you use to get yourself back in the balanced mindset where you're the right shades of loose and tight?
Well, whenever I'm like just goofing off, I just tell myself that I need to focus more. And when I'm too focused, I have to tell myself to have fun and just make sure that I remember that I'm playing volleyball to have fun.
Obviously, everybody in the Crestview community knows that last name, Howard. They know your sister. They know your mom as the coach. A family dynamic in Crestview volleyball. What's that been like to not just have a sister on the team, but to also have your mom be the head coach of the varsity squad?
It's amazing. Like, she's so knowledgeable about volleyball. Everybody in my family is. And it's just amazing just to play with all of them.
It's your last season with Grace. She's a senior. She's graduating this year. How much have you just been trying to soak it in and take every moment as you can, and realizing that next year, she's not going to be there for you anymore, and you're going to be the only hour on the team?
Every game, I think before, like, this could be my last game with Grace. And, like, I just really try to play hard so that it won't be. But I know eventually it will be. And I just have soaked in every single moment. And I'll just remember it forever.
What are you going to miss the most about being her teammate and having her on your team?
Her energy is like unmatched. I've never played with anybody who loves the game so much as my sister. And she just makes it so much fun.
What do you think is one big form of advice that she's given you the last 2 years that you're going to carry into the next two when she's not there anymore?
She always makes sure that I'm playing my hardest and that I'm always having fun. And I'm going to try to keep putting that mentality on people younger than me.
All right, so we always ask players to give us an inside look on the coaches, right? Because we only get to see them during the games. We always ask them what they're like during practice, but you know your coach better than probably anybody because not only do you go practice with her, you also go home with her as your mom. What are some things about Coach Howard that we don't get to know that you think people really do have to know about her, as a coach and as a mother?
She really cares about everybody on the team and just all of her kids. Uh, she loves the game and she just loves the team so much, and she does everything that she can to make sure that we love it too.
She has a very specific coaching like personality, right? She doesn't stand too much other than tournament time. She's standing all the time tournament time, and she's very stern, very appreciative, how much does her coaching mentality line up with what you see of her at home? Is she kind of the same kind of mom as she is a coach, or do you see a little bit of different personality come out when she transitions from coach to mother?
Yeah, she tends to be a little bit crazier at home, but she's just always a joy to be around.
All right, let's talk about the chores that she makes you do at home. What is your favorite chore of the house? What is the one that you know, like, okay, if I have to do it, it's not going to be a big deal, and I can do it pretty quickly?
Probably just folding towels, and, like folding laundry.
What's the one that makes you roll your eyes and go, oh man, can't believe I have to do this chore again?
Cleaning the bathroom. I don't
Now
like that.
that would definitely be one that I would not want to do. Let's talk about you as a student as well. We want to get to know you a little bit off the floor. What are some of your favorite subjects in school right now?
Uh, Math is pretty good, and government isn't too bad either.
What is one subject that you think you have to work the hardest at to kind of get good grades in?
Uh, Probably biology.
Mhm. Who are some teachers that you think have impacted your journey throughout your high school career so far at Crestview?
Probably my geometry teacher last year, and like all my math teachers have always been like really helpful
You guys
with
get
like
a
everything.
you guys get great community support from the Crestview community. Great fans. Obviously, they go along with your themes. You got student sections. What's it like to see like the whole community behind you and get so much support from the Crestview school system?
It's amazing like how much more support we've gotten over the past 2 years, because when Grace was like a freshman, there was never anybody in the stands. And now it's like we have a full stands every time. It's amazing. I just love seeing everybody there.
What makes you proud to represent Crestview? I mean, what makes you proud that you're putting on that jersey every night and that you get to wear Rebels across your chest?
I just love showing everybody that this is like an amazing team to be on. It's just like a great environment, and I'm proud to be a part of such an amazing group of people.
When we talk to your teammates, they always bring up how close this team is. You've brought it up as well. What is your favorite off the court team bonding exercise that you guys have done so far?
Uh, we went swimming at the Garwitz Lake one time, and it was really nice.
And last but not least, I'm going to ask you, who is one player on the Crestview team that you think you've gotten to know the most this year? Throughout the season.
Probably Natalie Blakeman.
That's awesome because she was the interview right before you, so it lines up perfectly. Love it. Lainey, before we let you go, I want to give you the time to thank your support system, the people that have been in your corner, the people that have your back. I want to give you as much time as you want to give them a shout out and to shine a light on them at the end of this interview.
Okay. Thank you to my friends, family, coaches, and the whole entire volleyball team, everybody who's just helped me through everything. Thank you to my teachers, uh, my club directors, and like pretty much anybody that I know.
All right, Lainey, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We wish you the best of luck going forward in your regional semifinal on Thursday, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
Thank you so much.